Aloha. Welcome to Church of the Holy Cross, United Church of Christ in Hilo, Hawaii. I'm Eric Anderson. I'm the pastor here, and it is the second Friday in May. That means it's time for a community concert, and I'm so glad that you could be here with me. So this is a sort of a pandemic substitute for the Community Sings that we had been holding before COVID hit us 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago now. And at those Community Sings, we would always begin our evening and end our evening with the same song, 2 different songs. But we still begin these community concerts and end these community concerts with those 2 same songs. So here's the first one. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now I'm gonna sing this one as here in Hilo Town, and if that's where you are, sing it that way. If you're somewhere else, well, fill in the place that you are. Here in Hilo Town, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, here in Hilo Town, I'm gonna let it shine. Here in Hilo Town, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. What do you think? Hide it under a bushel? Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, we've all gotta let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now, how about letting somebody blow it out? I won't let anybody blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, I won't let anybody blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let anybody blow it out. We've all gotta let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light, oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it shine. And there we are, one song along. Did I know that was going to rhyme? I don't think so. Well, let's see here. I suppose if we're going to sing, then we might as well have a song to sing, huh? When I'm nervous about the tuning, I did tune this earlier. Never know. When my heart is heavy as the leaden sky, when my vision fails because of clouded eye, when my courage strains against obstacles so high, then give me a song to sing. Give me a song to sing when dawn is breaking. Give me a song to sing when my heart is cold. Give me a song to sing when the heavens flash with glory. Give me a song, let love unfold. When my neighbors strain to live a life of trial, when my nation turns to courses that are vile, when righteousness calls and hears only denial, then give me a song to sing. Give me a song to sing when dawn is breaking. Give me a song to sing when my heart is cold. Give me a song to sing when the heavens flash with glory. Give me a song, let love unfold. When the birds sing out their melody so free, when the waves and wind keep time in company, when all creation's voices rise in harmony, then give me a song to sing. Then I've been given a song to sing. Give me a song to sing when dawn is breaking. Give me a song to sing when my heart is cold. Give me a song to sing when the heavens flash with glory. Give me a song, let love unfold. Give me a song, let love unfold. Give me a song, let God's love unfold. Give me a song to sing. So this is a song that is pretty well known by many people. In fact, it's about as well known as Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Because it is. I was standing at the window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken? Oh, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, loading in the sky. Lord, I told that undertaker, oh undertaker, please drive slow. That body that you're carrying, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in that grave. Oh, will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Went back home, Lord, my home was lonesome, 'cause my mother, she had gone. All my brothers and sisters crying, what a home so sad and alone. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. One by one, the seats were emptied. One by one, they went away. That family now is parted. Will they meet again someday? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Yes, the circle will be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. There you go. Now, thematically, this song sort of belongs here and sort of doesn't. The last song was, of course, about loss and grief, and yet had a very uplifting kind of melody and accompaniment. And this song is also about loss and grief, and is got an uplifting tone for completely different reasons. But y'all know this one. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Light she was, and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Carrying boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Drove she ducklings to the water every morning just at 9. Stubbed her toe against a splinter, fell into the foaming brine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. In a churchyard near the canyon, where the myrtles doth entwine, there go rosies and other posies, fertilized by Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. You are lost and gone forever, dreadful dreadful sorry Clementine. Then the minor 49er soon began to peak and pine. Thought he ought to join his daughter, now he's with his Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. In my dreams she still doth haunt me, robed in garments soaked with brine. Though in life I used to hug her, now she's dead, I draw the line. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Now ye Boy Scouts and ye Girl Scouts, heed this tragic tale of mine. Artificial respiration could have saved my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine. Till I kissed her little sister and forgot my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Well, so it goes. So it goes. And this song has got, I think, a lighter look on love and romance. Oh, I gave my love a cherry that had no stone. I gave my love a chicken that had no bone. I gave my love a story that had no end. I gave my love a baby with no crying. I gave my love a cherry. How can there be a cherry that has no stone? How can there be a chicken that has no bone? How can there be a story that has no end? How can there be a baby with no crying? I gave my love a cherry, a cherry, a cherry, a cherry. You see, a cherry when it's blooming, it has no stone. A chicken when it's pippin', it has no bone. A story when it's written, it has no end. A baby when it's sleeping does no crying. I gave my love a cherry, a cherry, cherry, a cherry, a cherry when it's blooming, it has no stone. A chicken when it's pippin', it has no bone. The story of I love you, it has no end. A baby when it's sleeping does no crying. I gave my love cherry. The riddle song. Yeah. But it has to be said, the course of true love is not always smooth, shall we say. And this is a song about an unsmooth relationship. One that might even be said to be, well, let's just say weak in communication skills. Oh, there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. Oh, then fix it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, then fix it, dear Henry, fix the bucket. And with what shall I fix it, dear Liza, with what shall I fix it, dear Liza, with what? With straw, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with straw, dear Henry, use straw to fix the bucket. And with what shall I cut it, dear Liza, with what shall I cut it, dear Liza, with what? With a knife, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a knife, dear Henry, use a knife to cut the straw. But the knife is too dull, dear Liza, the knife is too dull, dear Liza, too dull. Then sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, then sharpen it, dear Henry, sharpen the knife. And with what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, with what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, with what? With a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a stone, dear Henry, use a stone to sharpen a knife. But the stone is too dry, dear Liza, the stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry. So wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, so wet it, dear Henry, wet the stone. And with what shall I wet it, dear Liza, with what shall I wet it, dear Liza, with what? With water, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with water, dear Henry, wet the stone. And with what shall I fetch it, dear Liza, with what shall I fetch it, dear Liza, with what? With a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a bucket, dear Henry, fetch the water. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. Yeah, there's a hole in the bucket. I think there's a hole in that relationship. I'm still not certain whether Henry is being coached along or whether he already knows the problem and is kind of steering Liza towards it. I think I performed that tonight with the assumption that Henry knows where it's all going to end up. I'm just thinking there's got to be some other way to fetch water. You ought to see my Cindy, she lives away down south. She's so sweet the honeybee, he swarm around her mouth. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Well, the first I see Miss Cindy, she was standing at the door, shoes and stockings in her hand, her feet all over the floor. She took me to her parlor, she cooled me with her fan. Oh, she said I was the prettiest thing in the shape of mortal man. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Well, she kissed me and she hugged me, she called me Sugar Plum. When she put her arms around me, I thought my time had come. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Well, Cindy got religion, she'd had it once before. When she heard my old guitar, she's the first one on the floor. Now when Cindy got religion, she shouted all around. Oh, she got so full of glory that she shook her stockings down. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Oh, I wish I had a needle as fine as I could sew. I'd sew that girl to my coattails and down the road I'd go. I wish I was an apple hanging on a tree, so every time that Cindy passed, she'd take a bite of me. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy in the springtime, Cindy in the fall. If I can't have my own Cindy, I'll have no girl at all. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, I say. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. The course of true love. Or not, as the case may be. Hard to tell with a song about courting. This song, however, is not about love or courting. In fact, this song is taken straight out of the Bible. Well, all right, so there's some interpretation been done here. It's the story of the flight from Egypt and the crossing of the Red Sea that you'll find in Exodus 14 and 15. In particular, it's about the song of Miriam that she led playing a tambourine by the shores of the Red Sea as they saw that they had successfully fled from their Egyptian pursuers. I always find it kind of curious that in their flight she managed to bring a tambourine. They told us to hustle. There was no time to leaven bread. Take only one bag or all of us are dead. So the strap is over my shoulder as we flee from Egypt land. But there's a tambourine clutched within my hand. And I will ring my tambourine as I dance along the shore. I will shout the joy of freedom over welling waves restored. But there's another tambourine floating in the marsh, and the wailing widows of Egypt mourn. They called out the soldiers with all their chariots and spears. Will we go back to servitude, or will our graves be here? At the hip of a chariot driver, a tambourine found room. He brought it to celebrate our doom. And I will ring my tambourine as I dance along the shore. I will shout the joy of freedom over welling waves restored. There's another tambourine floating in the marsh, and the wailing widows of Egypt mourn. Walls of water billowed as we slogged through mud and reeds. Will we lie in murky graves, or will we all be free? Then the waters took the army in the moment of our need, and left a tambourine fouled in the weeds. And so I ring my tambourine as I dance along the shore. I'll shout the joy of freedom over welling waves restored. There's another tambourine, and it's sinking in the marsh as the wailing widows of Egypt mourn. And yes, I ring my tambourine. I'll shout the joy of freedom while another tambourine and the wailing widows of Egypt. Yes, I will ring my tambourine and I'll dance along the shore. I'll shout the joy of freedom over welling waves restored. There's another tambourine and it's gone within the marsh. The wailing widows of Egypt mourn. Two tambourines. And this song is based on the same story. Oh, if I could, I surely would stand on the rock where Moses stood. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. We see Moses stood on the Red Sea shore, smoting the water with a 2x4. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. The Lord told Moses what to do to get those Hebrew children through. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. They see God gave Noah the rainbow sign. No more water, fire next time. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Mary wore 3 links of chain. Every round was freedom's name. Her army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Now when I get to heaven, gonna sing and shout. Nobody there gonna put me out. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. One of these mornings it won't be long. You're gonna look around, but I'll be gone. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Yeah, one of these days, about 12 o'clock, this whole world's gonna reel and rock. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Well, one of these days, in the middle of the night, people gonna rise and put things right. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. But you know, those songs, they're a reminder that even our great tales of freedom are frequently marked with a lot of tragedy. First of all, there's the problems of slavery and injustice and oppression in the first place. But then how often do we find that we not only have to resort to violence, even when we maybe don't, we choose to resort to violence. So this song is a dream of peace. Peace settles first in the heart, committed, resilient to give peace a start. Peace issues then from the soul, compassion embodied, making our loved ones whole. Give me a dream of peace. Give me a world that wakes to this dream. Give me a future that becomes the now. If we dream it, we can make it somehow. Peace washes over the land to comfort and nourish the waterless sand. Peace is more than the absence of war. Peace is justice and kindness in abundant store. Give me a dream of peace. Give me a world that wakes to this dream. Give me a future that becomes the now. If we dream it, we can make it somehow. Peace travel all of the earth. All are entitled, all are of worth. Peace twinkle there in the stars. A light stream of comfort when peace seems so far. Give me a dream of peace. Give me a world that wakes to this dream. Give me a future that becomes the now. If we dream it, we can make it somehow. If we dream it, we can make it somehow. If we dream it, we can make it somehow. Dream of peace. my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock of my soul. When I went down in the valley to pray, oh, rock of my soul got happy and I stayed all day. Oh, rock of my soul, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock of my soul. When I was a mourner just like you, oh, rock of my soul. I mourned and mourned till I come through, oh, rock of my soul. Rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock of my soul. So high, can't get over it, so low, can't get under it, so wide, can't go round it, gotta go through the door. Rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock of my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock of my soul. Oh, rock of my soul. Oh, rock of my soul. All right, let's see if I can play this tonight. Oh, there is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Sometimes I feel discouraged and think my work's in vain. But then the Holy Spirit revives my soul again. For there is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. Yes, there is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Don't ever feel discouraged, for Jesus is your friend. And if you ask for knowledge, He'll never fail to lend. For there is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. Yes, there is a balm if you cannot pray like Paul, you can tell the love of Jesus and say he died for all. For there is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. Yes, there is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Balm in Gilead. The road behind me has been rugged and rough. The signs have directed me to sorrow. The sun's gleam has sparkled in tears as it cast a tiny rainbow. I have to choose hope because my heart is weary. I have to choose hope because my spirit is scarred. I have to choose hope because I can feel it. I have to choose hope. I'm tired. The day's labor, was it worth the cost? Did my heart or mind change at all? Was a soul fed? Was a body lifted up? Was anyone better off? I have to choose hope because my heart is weary. I have to choose hope because my spirit is scarred. I have to choose hope because I can't feel it. I have to choose hope when I'm tired. Tomorrow's shroud obscures its joy and pain. Will hearts be wearied? Will hearts rise again? Let me summon up a confidence far beyond my own to believe in seeds that grow. I have to choose hope because my heart is weary. I have to choose hope because my spirit is scarred. I have to choose hope. No, I can't feel it. I have to choose hope. I have to choose hope. I have to choose hope because my heart is weary. I have to choose hope because my spirit is scarred. I have to choose hope because I can't feel it. I have to choose hope. I have to choose hope. I have to choose I've got, we've got to choose hope. And this is a song that comes from somebody who knew what it was to have to choose hope. O ko aloha no, the Queen's Prayer. O ko aloha no, ai kalani, a o koe agio, he molele hoi, kono mihi ana, apa Nani ko uko mai nana ino na heva o kahanaka aka e kubikala hama e ma e no laila e kahaku mai alo koe hegu koma lukia amalo aku no. The Queen's Prayer. And we have come to the end of the hour, or at least we're coming close to the end of the hour, and that means it's time for this song, Hawaii Aloha. E Hawaii ku ne hana hoe, ku uhome kulai vine, oli no ina pono lani o, e Hawaii aloha e haole na o pio Hawaii ne. Well, that is our community concert for this evening. So glad that you were able to spend at least some of this time with me, and I do hope that you were able to find a song or two to sing along and lighten your heart and spirit. This Sunday, we have worship here in the sanctuary of Church of the Holy Cross here in Hilo. So please join us in person, or You can worship with us online at holycrosshilo.com. Next Wednesday, there will be a song from Church of the Holy Cross at 11. And in 2 weeks, you guessed it, another community concert on Friday the 27th, I think, if 14 plus 13 equals 27. Check your calendar. It's more reliable than my addition is, at least at the end of a long week. So, until the time that we are next together in a virtual space or in the same space on the world, be well, be joyful. Let there be a song to carry you through. Aloha.